Okay. So we see indirect taxes in demand and supply. And indirect taxes, we have two types. Okay. You all heard of ad valorem tax. Yes. So we have ad valorem tax and we have specific tax. Okay. Wait. Okay. So indirect taxes, one of which is a specific tax. The other one is your ad valorem tax. Can someone tell me an example of an ad valorem tax? What is an ad valorem tax? Huh? It's a percentage of the sale price, right? So when you talk about ad valorem, usually we are looking at GST, right? But a specific tax is a fixed amount. So one thing is clear, they increase your COP. So can anyone tell me which curve is affected when you have an indirect tax? Which curve shifts? Anyone? In DDSS, so long ago, right? When you increase the COP, which one? This one must be very obvious one. Yes, your supply will shift, your supply will fall. Exactly, right? You're gonna see a fall in supply. This one, fall in supply. The other one is just a little bit different. It's a pivotal fall. Yes, pivotal parallel fall. Okay. Question. Yes.
A fall in supply when the increase in price is passed on.
Very good. Why is it a fall in supply? It is passed on to the consumers. Okay, and you can see it from the back. Can I? Okay, good. Because ultimately, how is the price passed on? It's when your supply falls, then based on the price adjustment process, we see that it's passed on, but not passed on in full. You see, the size of the tax is the vertical distance between the supply curves, but only part of that is passed on to consumers. Okay, there's this thing called the incidence of a tax is no longer in the syllabus. We don't need that anymore. Okay, but the indirect tax, why is it indirect? Because it's levied, imposed on producers, and they pass on part of it to consumers. That's why it's indirect. Okay. So in both cases, you're gonna see a fall in the supply curve, a parallel versus a pivotal shift. Are we okay? Yeah, very good. We have direct taxes as well. Can anyone give me an example of a direct tax? DIRE, income tax, wonderful. Personal income tax. Personal income tax is going to lower disposable income. Yeah. So when it lowers disposable income, what happens to your demand? Shift left or shift right? Oh, don't know. Left. Anyone says right? Huh? Left is right. Right is right. Don't know is also right. Because it depends on what? The YED. Remember in DDSS, it's market specific. So we don't know whether this is a normal good or an inferior good. So what we do know is demand shifts. Depends on the nature of the good. Okay? Are we all right? So this is your direct tax. Direct, indirect taxes appear in DDSS. What about market failure? In market failure, okay, let's say market failure, we have a tax, okay, on factory output, factory pollution, okay? So that clearly is an indirect tax, right? Which curve do we shift? When you have a tax on factory output, we shift the MPC, correct? You have an increase in your MPC. Follow? So this, once again, is your indirect tax. In market failure, I have to say, I've not seen direct taxes yet. Only indirect. Maybe I use this color code and it's very clear. This is indirect, indirect. And perhaps direct, I use this color. Okay? So the next micro topic, firms. Okay, under firms. Firms We also talk about indirect tax. Okay? And this, here in this topic, we call it a per unit tax. Why is it important to call it a per unit tax? Because it will increase your variable costs. Xavier, I think this one you know. Increase variable cost, which curves shift? Very good. Okay, so this is going to increase MC and AC because it's a variable cost. Okay, so from here, we just need to know they shift up. By how much? Don't really matter. Okay, shift this up. Okay, MC, AC. Is it possible to have direct taxes? Okay, it's possible to ask for impact. Okay, it's entirely possible that the question asks for impact of higher personal income tax on the firm's profits. Okay, I have not seen it, but it's possible because what you need to do is to reflect this as a foreign AR, foreign MR. If it's a normal good. Okay. Foreign AR, foreign MR, is it parallel or pivotal shift here? Oh, it's a well, I'm not going to test you on it, but if you know, this is not a pivotal shift, it's a parallel shift. Pivotal is when you have within the firm, there's a merger, or a firm is competing with you, or a rival leaves. But this is very much a market-specific event. Okay, so I will say, in this case, we will see a parallel shift. Okay, so in market structure or in firms, direct taxes, indirect taxes can appear, but I would say so far I only see indirect taxes. I don't see direct taxes. Okay, hello? Questions? No? Then we're gonna see what happens in the macro environment. I have to specify. When I say macro, I am excluding international econs. Because in international econs, we will also learn about taxes. Okay? And it's called, what is it? Donald Trump's favorite. Tariffs, yeah, tariff. Okay, trade war. So that one will come in soon, but not yet. Okay, that's our final topic. But if we look at taxes in the macro space, okay, I use the same color.